I'm Rebecca.
And I'm Hunter, and this is
the Family Showdown! I love it.
Hello. Like everyone's discussing my pictures.
They're pretty awesome. They're pretty epic. I'm just saying.
Well, I did Rebecca's like from childhood kind of pictures, so I had to kind of punish myself.
Punish yourself? That's our greatness. You did label yourself a big giant nerd, but
I am a big giant nerd. That is very true.
Welcome, people in the chat.
Welcome to my introduction to my top 100 games of all time. Woo woo! For 2021. Technically, it's 2021 because I made the list like a week ago.
It's true though.
So
it's true though.
It counts.
It's true though.
As you know, Rebecca usually goes first in these top 100s, and I go afterwards, so I can complain about rankings. But this time,
it's my turn.
She gets to complain about rankings. So, it's top 100. So, the first half of the video, if you haven't watched one of these before, the first half we kind of talk about how I made my list, trends, things that happened, and such. And then we give you a teaser about doing my 110 through 101. All right. So, I made some notes. Some little handy-dandy notes right here. Some notes. So, as always, as of the last 3 or 4 years, we've been using PubMeeple.
We have.
The ranking engine over on PubMeeple. They've improved their ranking system. Let me just say, it is golden. So what you can do, if you have a Board Game Geek account, you can actually put your Board Game Geek user ID and pull in the games that you've rated or own or however you want to do it. But you can actually say, give me the games that I ranked in this range of ratings.
Oh, that's true. You can do that now, yeah.
Which is amazing. So I just went over there, put in my user ID, said I want rated games from 8 to 10, and pulled them in, and 306 games came over.
Woo! That's 306. That's a lot. So, did you do all of them? Actually,
more than 306 came over because I deleted any kind of sequels. For example, Twilight Imperium 3, I deleted and kept Twilight Imperium 4, for example. There's others that were that similar way.
Twilight Imperium snob you.
So, I ended up ranking 306 games, but I combined 2 games together, and we'll talk about that.
Oh my gosh, he's already cheating, guys.
We'll talk about that. You get a game for free. You get a free game. So it's my top 101, however you want to say it. That'll happen much later on in the list. So here's some things some decisions that we've made in the past that carried over this year. Okay. Legacy games that we played in prior years, prior to 2021, out. They don't count. So games like Clank Legacy and Pandemic Legacy Season 1 and 2 and all those guys, they are not eligible for this list. I did not include poker, even though poker is one of my favorite games. If there's not money on the line, it's not much of a game. So, poker's out. I also included games that have not yet been released that I've played. So, that acts as Carnegie, which is on Board Game Arena, but it's not officially out yet. Blood on Clock Tower I played. It's not officially out yet. And Foundations of Rome I played. It's not out yet. None of those qualify.
What about First Light?
They're out.
Or Last Light?
Last Light's not out. Is out as well.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I rated that because I played it before it had a big working.
Yeah, it was before it had an entry.
But anyway, I should go out there and rate that. But anyway, so any game that's not officially released anywhere in the world officially is not eligible for this list. So there you go. 27 new games made my list. I was shocked. 27 new games.
That's almost a third.
Closer to a quarter, but we'll say a third.
33. Yeah, it's closer to a quarter.
Yeah. Anyway.
Fine.
Math. 27 new games, which blew my mind because I figured I'd have maybe 10 or 15. 27 new games.
But your favorite thing to do is to try new games and stuff. So actually, I think that's more on brand with you than if I were to have that many, that would be really weird. But that makes more sense, I think.
So, one game that was outside my top 100 came back. It revisited the top 100. So that's 28 games that were not on my list last year that are on the list this year. So that means 72 games survived from last year. There you go. Some trends. We'll talk about some trends that I saw, and we'll talk about the very first game I'm going to talk about tonight falls into this category. I found that I punitated games.
That means punished.
I punitated games that
It's not English.
when I look at that game and go, I love that game, but I don't want to set it up or I don't want to really pull it off the shelf and play it. Those got punished. If it was like, because there's several games that fall into this category where we haven't played in a long time, but I'm not like missing them, which makes me think shouldn't be ranked as high as they are. So a lot of games, there's been some big droppers due to that reason, that I just have this mindset of, do I really want to play that game right now? So if it's in my top 100, it really should be like, I want to play it right now. All right.
Sure.
So anything else?
Oh, I'm waiting.
Yeah, this 10 is going to be exciting.
Yeah, I already had to walk by them to sit down here.
There's going to be some fireworks in this first 10.
Hope you got that technical difficulties button ready.
So we are going to go ahead. If you have any questions, Rebecca will watch the question part.
I will.
And give us the questions about my list, how I made them, and such. But we're just going to jump right in because I'm ready to talk about some games.
Oh, so am I.
We're going to jump into my number 10, 110.
110?
My 110.
Your 110?
My 110.
What is your 110?
My 110 is Caverna, the Cave Farmers.
Holy catfish. No, wait a minute. Is that correct? That 2020, you had it at 44.
This is the one I was talking about because we haven't played Caverna in ages.
But
and
it's
I
got
haven't,
a nice insert.
I know, but I haven't been like, we need to get this played. There's games I really, really want to play.
Yeah.
This one's kind of, I'll play it. It's a great game. I respect the game. I enjoyed the game.
Wow.
But
Okay.
I haven't been clamoring to get this one played. So it drops. As you see on the little...
Clamoring for...
If you see down here, it dropped from 44. And it's been trending somewhat down. So it was 25, 30, 24, then 44 last year, and now 110 Punitation Deluxe. Caverna is a great game. I still love it. I think I hit my mic. Sorry about that. I still love it. It's a great, amazing game.
It is.
It's one of my favorite.
But not that amazing.
One of my favorite Uwe games, Uwe Rosenberg games. But...
Whoa. It's one of your favorite Uwe games, but it's this low? I'm scared. Did Uwe have a tumble this year? What? Spoilers.
But I love it. It's one of my favorite ones. It's great. It's an awesome worker placement game. It has, you get to make 1,000 little sheep. You have a little farm with 1,000 sheep.
That is your tactic. Your tactic is always the stupid sheep. It is
but it's got one of my favorite things in worker placement games is if the spot doesn't get visited, it gets better as time goes by.
Yes.
To kind of incentivize you to go to that spot. I like games like that. You'll see them scattered throughout my top 100 games that incentivize maybe visiting lesser. Not lesser. What am I looking for? Not as good spots. Anyway, not as good spots but they over time they accumulate resources that become more valuable.
Yep.
This one's worker placement. It's got resource management. You can build little buildings that give you kind of superpowers. All sorts of fun stuff. It's a great one. What's funny? No, I won't say it.
Is Xeris saying he wants the philosophy expansion with Plato's cave? No.
That was interesting. That was an interesting little. Anyway.
What? Huh? What? You like my little segue there? That random? No?
Random. Anyway, it's a great one. We have a cool little insert in here that helps it get it to the table, but even that's not getting it to the table, so it dropped. What's the math on that? 66 spaces down.
That's painful. That's
Punitation, the Cave Farmers.
Goodbye, Cave Farmers. We hardly knew you.
All right, let's move on to my 109. I gotta find it because I'm skipping Rebecca's here, so buttons are a little confusing. My 109 is Taiwan Tensiu, and the reason this one's so low for a couple reasons. I really enjoyed this game quite a bit, but it's been so long since we played it. I hardly know what this game is about anymore.
Don't.
So it got punished. It should be what, higher up on the list.
I bet it will be next year when you play it again.
But we need to get it played again. I remember that it has area control, and you're kind of matching up symbols. And there's a little priest guy up at the top that's going around, and he activates like quadrants of the board, if I remember right. This is just from my vague memory because we haven't played this in a while. But I remember enjoying it quite a bit. I love all the T games. This is probably my least favorite of them, probably because
Dang. I hope so.
Because I don't remember it that well. And again, we've talked about getting this one to the table, and a couple of times we actually pulled it out to kind of get ready to play it, and we haven't. So it's kind of sitting down here with potential. It's a box of potential. There's potential here that could go up. But I love
unwanted Tsuyu.
But of all the T games, there's some that I love a lot more than this one. Yeah. This one just needs to get played again. So if we get this one played, most likely next year it will go up the list. We just haven't got this on the table. This is one actually that I wanted to get played before I made this list. We just never got around to playing it.
Oh, boo.
So,
yep, we should have played harder.
It's a box of potential. It's potential energy in a box. So it's like sitting on a hill, ready to roll down. I don't know what that means. Anyway.
Thank you, science class. Okay.
All right, here comes the have you ever, for those people out there that have a significant other, have you ever done something to them and they get like so mad that they like shoot daggers? You can just see daggers coming out of their eyes. That's about to happen. My number 108 is Trajan.
What's wrong with you?
Trajan, how have you fallen, Trajan? So let's look what Trajan's done. It was my 24 in 2017, then 18, then 64, 34, then 68, which was last year, and now it's 108. Dropped 40 places. Here's the thing.
Zachy said what I'm thinking.
As time goes by, we grow as a person. We hope to grow into a better version of ourselves.
Oh, I can't wait to see where this goes.
I'm discovering that Stefan Feld games don't quite do it for me anymore as much. I mean, I love it. It's still 108. It's still one of my favorite games. It's probably in the top. I've played at least a couple thousand games, so it's still in the top. What is that? 0.5%? I don't know.
So you're saying the people that still like this game,
5%. Math.
So you're saying the people that still like this game have not improved themselves?
They're still in that development phase of the. I got to. So here's what I discovered about Feld games. They're very mechanically sound. They usually play great at all player counts, which works well for us because we play most of the games. We play 2-player. There's not that wow factor with his games. They're, like I said, they're mechanically sound, however you want to say it. They play well at all player counts. They're interesting. But the more modern Euro games seem like they got a little more going on. A little more going on. You got some dice drafting, dice placement. You're rolling some dice. You're doing some crazy things with worker placement. This one's kind of taking action. I don't know. I still love the game. I'm making it sound like it's a horrible game.
Taking action and I don't know.
Yeah.
Did you forget?
Got a little Macala thing, and you're like doing some things on the board. I'm mostly jesting. This is an awesome game. It's one of my favorite games.
Oh, it's so awesome you ditched it.
I need some more going on.
What was it you said earlier, Zachy?
I need a little bit more going on in my games. A little bit more going on.
Was that about finishing him? Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
It's okay.
Don't touch me.
We're allowed.
No.
We're allowed to have differences in opinions.
No, not this time.
Trajan, my 108.
So much disappointment.
There's more disappointment.
I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed.
There's more disappointment to come. All right, where we at? My 107. 107.
We haven't even gotten into the top.
Some of the people in the chat, I think this is one of their favorite games, or maybe after the fact.
Fatality.
All right, so my 107, I got to find the button because doing halvesies is confusing.
It's not
107.
Office 100 mirror.
Underwater Cities. Another game that gets the punitation because it's like I like the concept of underwater cities more than I like the execution of underwater cities.
I think you just have some kind of head game going on with this, and we need to pull this out and play it.
Possibly, but this is another one. This is another one that we haven't revisited in a long time, and I haven't been clamoring to play it. So it's.
But it's from your boy Suchi. You love his stuff. Vladimir, if you're watching this, dude, you and I were getting together, meeting Hunter in a dark alley.
I don't know. It seems like that. I don't know why. I just when I was doing that ranking where you compare games, there's so many games on my list that I just wanted to play more than this game.
Good.
It's good. It's good.
Oh my gosh, I can't.
Some people are going to be. Some people in the chat are. There's a couple people that I know the Underwater Cities is one of their all-time favorite games.
What's that unsubscribe I just saw? What was that?
Is it Zachy? I think Zachy's one.
It might have been. Oh, he's shaming you instead. He's going to stick around to shame you. I agree, Zachy.
I don't know. I love this game. It's great. It just when I was comparing and contrasting the other games, there's so many more games that I want to play more than this one. I don't know. I think.
You know what I think we need to do then? We need to cull down to like 100 games because clearly you hate the rest of these.
Let's axe this one. Anybody want to buy Underwater City?
Oh, heck
it has the expansion in the box because this is the expansion box, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I still love it. It's my 108 or 107 or whatever it is. 107.
It doesn't matter because Trajan out the window.
So Underwater Cities was 38, 39, and now it is 107.
Wow.
Don't hate.
39 to 107.
Just don't hate. Don't hate.
This is called the Dropsy list. Is that what I'm hearing? He's like, whoops! I just kicked a bunch of them off my list.
It's either new or drop. No, it's not all Dropsies, but there's a lot of Dropsies in this list. Well, 29 games or 28 games had to fall off my list, so there you go. All right, let's move on to a new game.
Could have just replaced the bad ones.
So this is where this guy landed. This is another Uwe game. This is the latest Uwe. I don't know if he's made one since then. Probably has, but this is the latest one we have. I'm supposed to push a button?
Yeah, push your button.
Hallertau!
It's funny that someone in the chat earlier was like, well, Hallertau is better than, Caverna.
It is. It's a little bit better than Caverna. I like this one because this one has a little bit more going on. Because this one's got worker placement, but it's tricked up worker placement in that only a certain number. It's kind of like a allocation. Like only so many people can go to each spot before the spot fills up. So it's not like you go there and block the spot. It's kind of like only so much can be done at each spot, and each round certain areas kind of clean up their areas so that you can go to them more, which is interesting. It's more than just put a worker on and do the thing.
Zachy wants to know why you hate it.
Hallertau?
Yeah.
I don't hate it. It's a good game.
And so it begins.
It's nothing but engine building, resource management. So basically you're gathering all these resources and you're spending those resources to basically upgrade your town hall or something. But it's really cool. The way it works is you have to do all these different tasks, I guess, or contracts, whatever you want to call them. And once you complete a column of them, your town hall upgrades and moves over. And it's slowly inching your way across the board, upgrading it. And it becomes more and more expensive to do those tasks. So it's all about maximizing your gathering resources. There's some engine building. You can develop some cards, I think, if I remember right, some cards to increase how much resources you get. And you're just churning this engine and slowly kind of moving your little town hall over. And you get victory points. As time goes by, eventually you're going to get victory points for moving that over. And that's probably the biggest source of your victory points, is moving that town hall or whatever you want to call it.
I'm just going to start thinking of clickbaity titles for this particular episode. Like
Punitation?
Rosenberg's Fall from Grace.
Nation.
Yeah.
It's not Fall from Grace. He's got two games in my top 10, 110. So there you go.
Not selling it.
Anyway, this one.
Can you believe this?
This one. This one didn't kind of blow me away when we played it, but I enjoyed it. What are they saying?
They're saying stuff like, catch you later, going to watch Rebecca's list again instead of this mess. And Michael says, holler terrible. Where's the discipline?
It's 100.
Punitation Nation. Yeah, I know. He needs a shirt
Get
that
this
says
out
that.
of here.
He needs a Punitation
People are being
Nation
mean to me. Don't be mean.
You did kind of set yourself up.
Don't
for
hate.
this. I'm just saying,
Appreciate.
oh my gosh.
But 105, another new game. One of Rebecca's all-time favorites.
He just keeps going.
But, yeah.
Excuse me, one of my all-time favorite what?
One of your all-time favorites. Brand new to the list. Brand new to your list. I think it might have jumped in your top 20, maybe? I don't remember where it landed. You don't have your list. You should have your list. So you can
I should have my list.
All right, here we go.
I'll have it next time.
It is. Oh, not juicy fruit.
That's my color. I was like, that's...
Millennium Blades!
Dude.
I'll explain my reasoning. Don't hate. It's not juicy fruits. I pushed the wrong button. this 3.5 of our half list is kind of throwing me for a loop. Millennium Blades. We finally got to play this earlier this year, and then we ended up buying it. We haven't played our copy.
We haven't had a chance to.
We haven't played our copy yet.
And somebody...
So here's the thing about Millennium Blades. I enjoy the trading and the wheeling and dealing and the buying and selling and all that stuff. But the little game you play with the cards, I understand it has to be simplistic to just keep the game moving. But it really seems really kind of crazy random how that little gameplay happens when you play the actual tournaments against each other.
What?
It seems like
oh my God.
It almost seems like it's an afterthought.
You clearly don't see CG.
I don't. So that's the fun part I enjoy is the auctioning and trading and all the manipulation and all that good stuff.
Oh, he's not calling this. This is my game, Tommy. Don't even.
The real-time strategy thing. I mean, the real-time strategy. The real-time aspect of it. I love it. The speed thing and all that stuff. That's awesome. I really enjoy that. But you couple that with a CCG game that I don't enjoy. You seem to be very
I'm loving the chat right now because Kabuki just said number 106 will blow your mind. You know, just like those clicky bait things. And now everyone's like, wait, Feld is out of Hunter's top 100.
Feld's in my top 100.
Nick had in Grand Negus voice said, I will buy Underwater Cities for $1. I love that. That's beautiful. This is good.
It's like one half the game I enjoy a lot.
Oh, Dean.
And the other half of the game I don't enjoy as much. So this is kind of where
Dean.
It lands.
Brace yourself. I hope you're sitting down, Dean.
What?
Dean just hopped online and I'm bracing him for this. This is insane.
This is not insane.
This is like glory right here.
And I love that you love this game.
I love it.
I love that you love this game.
Oh.
But the CCG part of it is kind of very meh. It's very meh.
Did you say anything about this game is meh? Excuse me?
Yes.
Don't touch my game.
Get it out.
How dare you? How dare you?
Shush.
How dare you? How dare you? Don't listen to anything.
It's a great game.
Don't talk to me or my son ever again.
All these games are rated, probably almost all of these are rated 9 or higher. So take that with a grain of salt. I'm saying I'm kind of playing it up that they're horrible, but I think I'm almost pretty sure that everything that from 110 up is 9 or higher for me.
De-stressing techniques I learned.
It's a 9 or higher.
You learn box breathing. I'm gonna start box breathing.
You're killing me, Smalls. All right, let me get to my 104. Maybe it'll be juicy fruits again. My 104 is not going to have any controversy whatsoever. This is the one.
I don't know if I believe you.
This is the one I talked about that was. No, this isn't.
I don't know if I believe you.
Now, 104 is no controversy. It actually went up. It actually went up. And I have no idea why.
My eyes started to twitch. It's twitching.
Raiders of the North Sea.
Okay.
Right. It went up slightly. So basically stayed in the same spot.
It's good.
So,
okay.
This one, I really enjoy Raiders quite a bit. It just kind of gets punitated because I like the West Kingdom series so much better than Raiders. So this one kind of gets pushed. It's like the little brother that kind of tags along with the older siblings. That
wow, that's rough.
Even though it's older,
that's rough.
Kind of tags along, and he's kind of cool by association. But he's not as good as I like all the West Kingdom games better than this one. I do love the main reason I think it's sticking around in this general area because it was 113 last time is that I like the double worker placement thing. Yeah, I really think that more games should utilize that mechanism.
Yeah, because when this first came out too, it was funny because it felt very different because we just hadn't seen anything like that. And yeah, if I like that. It was a great way to introduce these sets of games, I think, too.
Yeah, if you know what we're talking about, it's a worker placement game, but the way it works is you have different kinds of workers. I think there's 3 different varieties of worker, and you basically go to a spot, and only certain workers can go to certain spots. So maybe this spot will allow a gray and a white worker to go there, but this other spot takes a black and a gray worker. You can only use those. But when you go to a spot, you put a worker down, but then you also pull a worker off another spot. So you actually get 2 actions: the action where you put the worker down, and the action when you pick up the worker. So you might go to a spot just to get the right color you need. Maybe you really need a white worker, so you're going to go do this action over here that's not optimal for you, but you really need
to get
a white worker for your next turn. So I really love that mechanism. I've heard, and I haven't. We've only played the base game. I heard the other expansions make it better. Also, there is a retheming of this. I forget what it's called.
Scythia?
Yeah, there's a retheming of this that's basically the same game but slightly rethemed. But we were happy with the base game. I enjoyed the base game quite a bit. See, it's in my top 110. Well, now it was out and now it's back. But I would almost never pick this game over the West Kingdom games. That's why it's kind of hanging around.
That's true. The West Kingdom games.
Kind of why it's hanging around
overall,
down in this area.
I like them better too. Yeah, I agree.
So,
man, they're speculating what your top 10 is. I've seen everything from exit games to the top 10 co-ops to now all top 10 18xx games.
I think
this is great.
I think
I'm liking this.
I don't want to really spoil my list, but I think my top 100 is devoid of co-ops. I could be wrong.
Would anyone really be surprised? Do you have any legacies? I don't think you do.
There's only one legacy that's
available
for.
Okay.
We only played one legacy game last year. We played Pandemic Legacy Season 0. Spoilers, you didn't like it that much. So.
Well, here's the thing. I'll say for that one, I enjoyed the journey very much. Did not like the destination. That last month was.
Last couple of months were.
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
We're not gonna bring this party down. We're talking about Season 0. All right.
Wow.
Let's move to my number 2. Or number 3. 103.
Oh my, I'm scared.
103. Here we go. This is gonna break some hearts. Achy breaky hearts.
Is it mine again? Because I have nothing left to give.
Kind of, maybe. I don't know. My number 103. Wingspan.
What the heck, man?
So here's the thing about Wingspan.
Are you sick?
No.
Do I need to check for fever?
I have a very, very big reason why this one dropped. So Wingspan, and I think there's another one maybe later on my list.
I'll let you guys get them this time.
So I love Wingspan. It's a great game. It's still hanging out in near my top 100. This was our go-to family game.
Yeah.
When's the last time we played a family game?
Last year.
Are you sure?
Maybe.
Yeah. We don't play family games anymore. We got a non-board game teenager, and we have a crazy video gamer 10-year-old. The family board games are kind of just.
Oh my gosh! Hey!
Floating away.
I can't still.
So this used to be one of our go-to family games. Like if we all wanted to play a game together, boom, Wingspan. But
Mary just told you, may the bird of paradise fly up your nose.
I did, right?
This is good. So, I like this. This is for the birds. You guys are.
This one got punished because we are not really. Our paths have diverged as we got older. So
Hunter needs to speak for himself. I love this game.
I love this game too, but it got a lot of its rating weight from being a family game.
I got you. I'm teasing aside. I understand.
So this one got punished because it's just not getting played.
Children make us sad.
Yeah, it's not getting played. But I'll take a moment.
Oh, a moment of silence.
A moment, yeah. A moment to advertise for Wingsong.
Oh my gosh!
So if you haven't got this app, if you like Wingspan, if you want to annoy all your friends when you're playing this game,
no, it's awesome. What are you talking about?
Go out and get the app called Wingsong, and you can scan the bird cards, and it plays the bird song. Crazy good. I get no kickback. I get nothing for this, but it is one of the most amazing apps ever. I didn't think it was real until I downloaded it. As far as I know, every Wingspan card You scan it, it will play the song of the bird.
It's amazing. And I love that. And I want to play it again just so I can annoy Hunter with it because apparently he finds that annoying. And I think it's amazing.
No, I said annoy your friends. I love it too.
Oh, okay, good. So we would be all like, tweet, 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 and the whole time we'd play, it'd be amazing. I guess we'd annoy our children now, but apparently we do that anyway because we're parents. But you know what? Yes, Corley mentioned something about solo. And yes, this is one of the few solo games that I will play. And if you don't know this, I don't like to play solo games typically, and this is amazing as a solo game. I love, 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 love it. So
there you go.
It's great at
Communication Nation. So it dropped from what, 49? Yep.
Poof. Man, you are just like...
Sorry, Wingspan.
You're like, you dropped, like, you tied lead, like, gave him cement shoes and dropped him in the lake or something is what you did to all these
next
board
two,
games.
but those next two are dropsies too.
Oh, my...
Here's another one. Here's another one that was a family go-to game that we never play anymore.
I'm stunned into silence. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to be quiet.
102 is...
Sad.
Sheriff of Nottingham.
What just happened? I'm so sad.
This was the eldest favorite game at one point, but as I said,
still
they don't play games anymore. So, Sheriff of Nottingham. This is an awesome game. One of my favorite games. I just never gets to the table anymore because the family doesn't play it, and that's mainly when we played it. So we played it with the family. So it's very sad realization.
Man, this is a depressing
This is the only
list.
person.
I don't like this list.
This is the only person in the family I can play games with now.
You're stuck with me, sucker.
Anyway, Sheriff of Nottingham. I love this game. It's a great negotiation bluffing game. Super fun, loads of laughs.
It's ridiculous.
But
you do need
the motivation to get it as played is no longer there as much because the family doesn't play anymore. Sad times.
Oh my goodness.
Take it away. What are they talking about? Everybody's being so mean to me.
It's a depressing list. I'm just saying. All these fantastic games off your 100, and not just off a little bit, but like just dropped it off a cliff. Watched it splatter.
Remember when I was talking about Trajan?
Just laying there dead.
Remember back when, way back in the...
I saw what you have over here.
The 108, when I was talking about Trajan?
I don't feel as mad, but I'm still don't know if I'm...
Well, I talked about the Felds dropping and Castles of Burgundy. The one that just missed my list, Castles of Burgundy.
Guys, what's happening? Is this even real? I'm still thinking I'm in 2020. It's just Twilight Zone. That's what's happening. What
we're saying here is there's 100 games
2019
that I like more than Castles of Burgundy right now.
Wow. This is a classic.
It is a classic.
It's a classic.
And it's a classic at 101. So Castle of Burgundy, this is a lot of Feldians' favorite Feld. It's not my favorite Feld. Spoilers.
Goodness, I hope not, because I'm terrified.
I don't know. This one's kind of... This was our introduction to Feld. We've played this tons, and it's kind of... you buy a new car, and it's got that nice coat of paint, and it's got that stinky smell when you get in the car.
The stinky smell?
The new car smell, whatever it is.
That's a stinky smell.
You drive it around for a few years, it starts getting little scratches. You got to put that pine freshener in the car to make it smell good.
No, you don't.
And it just loses a little bit of its glimmer. And that's Castles of Burgundy.
Kabuki's been making clickbait titles for every one of our top
101 will enrage you! Castles of Burgundy!
Here, hold on. I need to see this for a second. This is for Dean. Okay, there.
Wow, does Dean love Castles of Burgundy?
Yes, he told me to hit you with the box. What? You're welcome. Anytime, Dean.
I just got punitated. I got physically...
You did.
Punitated.
You guys got to see it. He didn't have time to press the technical difficulties button this time. So
like I said, if you do the math, these 10 games are probably still in my top 5%.
No,
games.
Okay. I mean, in the grand spectrum, joking aside, I mean, you have 1,000 freaking games.
Yes.
I mean, we've obviously played way more than that because I was looking through the collection because I almost never. I always forget to take games off of my collection in BGG when I'm culling it. And so I was looking, we had like 700-800 games in there or something. We've gone through a lot of games. Okay, so that's how many we've owned, not how many we've played. And I'm like, okay, honestly, your top 250 is phenomenal, right? I mean, that's...
I don't know. Let's see what number 250 is on my list. Let's see if it's phenomenal.
And I don't know about your list. My list, however.
Let's see number 250 if it's phenomenal.
Phenomenal. Just...
Where's 250?
I don't know about his. Like I said, I don't know about his. This could be...
250. It's probably another failed. That would be so funny.
I will smack you again with this game if it's a failed. That would be hilarious.
Where is 250? I'm looking for it.
Zach, he said, don't you dare defend him.
My number 250 is a game we actually called. Scary enough.
What?
Pipeline.
That was a decent game, though.
Yeah, but you didn't like. You despised that game.
I didn't despise it.
You were angry halfway through that game.
I was mad.
We went off the rails about 250.
We did.
All right.
It was good, though.
That is it, folks. That is my number 110 to 101.
Yes.
I'm considering, we'll discuss this more at the after party, but we'll discuss it now. I'm considering doing my 111 through 200.
You know, I've been thinking about that, too, because it's kind of fun. Are you going to do like a one shot and just go blasting through the whole thing?
Or do it in chunks of 30. That's 90 games, right? So chunks of 30, maybe. But anyway, if you're interested, leave little down bits. Leave little down bits if you want to see that.
Neutral wants to know what number 207 is.
207. Well, let's see. If I do 207.
Yeah, Seahawks go my list would be phenomenal at
207. Alien Frontiers.
Ooh, that's a good one, too.
Alien Frontiers, 207.
Do it. We can bash you some more. Zachy's all for it.
You guys were very mean to me tonight. Luckily, the next 90 games are pre-recorded, so you can only leave comments about how bad my choices are.
Oh, speaking of which, I gotta do comments. I'm really behind on my comments.
Yeah, you answered a bunch. We have it.
I answered a bunch. I did a whole chunk at a time. I'm really bad at getting online and looking at comments. I will.
So the way it's going to work is just like Rebecca's list. Every Thursday and Tuesday, we're going to be doing. I'm going to release another 10 of my top 100, and then on the back end, somewhere in probably February, maybe March, somewhere in there, we'll have a live top 10. I don't know when that's going to fall because we got cruises going on and junk like that. Yeah. Maybe. But next time, we're having our variety show and we have a ton of games to talk about. I don't know how many games, maybe 20 games to talk about at the next variety show. So 1 week from tonight is the variety show. No, don't do dislikes. Oh my gosh. That's the last thing. And then after the variety show, we're going to go revisit my 2021 most anticipated games, and then we'll do my 2022 most anticipated games. I don't even know if I need to be the color commentary. I think the chat is just going to roast you entirely. That's... these are... I'm seeing Hunter Who, Love Hurts. Hey, chat, are we too mean to Hunter? And then after that, there's been crickets. Luckily, I can give as good as I get. It's true. It's true. So all you chat people... That's true. I know your names. He does take them and dish them out well. It's true. It's true. All right. You like to play both sides. So 1 week from tonight, variety show. We're going to talk about a bazillion games, and we'll do some other fun stuff. We'll see you then. I got to find the button. Take care, guys. That was fun. This button. It didn't freeze. No, it didn't. Why'd you jinx it? Well, last button. This button's... We're going to freeze on this button? Let's see. Yes, you all get gold stars from me, Dean. Bye! Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. Click subscribe to join our wonderful viewer community. Want to be notified when we upload a new video or go live? Click on the little bell below.